Hellmaster EX. This award-winning system features the first single-engine joystick with digital electric steering and new autopilot capability. See Hellmaster EX in action at a Yamaha Outboard dealer or visit YamahaOutboards.com.
Hey, tune in to this week's weekly video fishing forecast for an interview with Stan Henschel from Rocky Point Fishing Station back in the day. We have another open boat episode. We have a reminder about the December 16th ASMFC Striped Bass Board meeting, reports, and events from around the island as well.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners.
Today is December 12th, and we have a whole bunch of fishing news for you regarding striped bass. If you've been following along, you know that striped bass has been the hot topic recently. They're in the midst of changing or proposing to change the regulations for the 2025 season. Now, on December 5th, a meeting took place discussing the potential options for the 2025 season. A public comment period took place up until the 10th. Also, on the 10th, a DEC meeting took place to receive public comment as well from the New York anglers on this matter. That meeting took place at the DEC headquarters. You could also tune in on the webinar as well. On the 16th, though, the ASMFC is having their meeting. This will be an in-person and virtual meeting from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, the meeting will consider changing the 2025 management measures to increase the probability of rebuilding the stock by the 2029 deadline. A lot is going to be taking place. We'll have more for you of that hopefully next week. Another editorial of interest is some of you might be our publisher's thoughts on the matter, which went out in the Thursday morning e-newsletter. Click on the link in the description below to give that piece a full read.
Now, until December 31st, Tsunami is giving away a Salt X waterproof backpack when you purchase a new Salt X2 reel. With its 19 seals and machined aluminum frame, the rugged Salt X2 can conquer any fishing condition you may face. Check out the QR code for all the details.
And we do have another open boat episode for you guys this week. Jenni weighs in on how to give back this holiday season being an angler. She also wishes us all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat. It's the season of giving, and I just wanted to first wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And I just wanted to share some insight, since it's a season of giving, on giving back to the community. There's a lot of different ways you can give back to specifically the fishing community, and I'm going to give you some examples of how to do so. First off, you can go through all of your plugs, your old tackle, you know, like the fall run shut down for the season when you're getting yourself all packed away, put your waders in the garage, they're out of your truck, blah, 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 blah. But you can go through your stuff, like your plugs, etc., old reels, old rods you don't use anymore, and you can reach out to like your local tackle shops or your fishing clubs and say, hey, I want to donate my old stuff, give to the kids. Think about the kids this holiday season. There's a lot of kids getting into fishing and they don't have like a lot of money or resources to get the tools they need to get on fish. So that one plug donation could make a kid's life and they could catch fish on it the next season come around, and it could make them hooked on fishing for life. So that's one way to consider. And going back to like your local tackle shops and fishing clubs, a lot of them do different like toy drives or fundraisers. You can go in and donate money or donate toys, or like I said, donate different lures and tackle and rod and reels to them to give to the less fortunate. I know a lot of local tackle shops do fundraisers, for example, like St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So always try to consider like fitting into your budget those like money donations for when you see them pop up. Support your local tackle shops, your small businesses by helping those fundraisers. And it's the spirit of Christmas. It's just a great time to give. You know, you're getting gifts yourself. Why not give gifts back? So giving back to the fishing community in any way you can. It could be a small act of kindness while you're out on the surf, because the fish are still biting on sand eels. We're having a nice extended surf season for stripers. And if you go out there and you see someone, you know, like I said in a previous open boat, like struggling to get on fish, one little act of kindness of like helping them out, you know, like helping them, hey, throw on this. I was getting them on this just before. Like small acts of kindness go such a long way. And it's such a good feeling helping out people, especially during the Christmas season. Now, hopefully this is a good incentive for, you know, good old Santa Claus to not give you coal this Christmas. You know, you're gonna get coal if you cut someone's line. So doing good acts of kindness is one step in the right direction to not getting coal. And I hope all you fishermen out there do not get coal this season. Maybe some lead sinkers for blackfish season. I know I have those, but they might break my stocking as a stocking stuffer. So hopefully you guys just wrap up the season strong and keep an eye out for those Christmas or just holiday acts of giving that your local tackle shops or your fishing clubs are doing. Take part in them if you can, and just Merry Christmas all along the coast. Let's get on some fish. It's blackfish season now, so boys, get ready. We're gonna be talking blackfish for maybe a month or two. I have trips coming up, so let's send it. I'll see you guys out there and catch you on next week's open boat.
You know, a lot of you may have heard of the great Stan Henschel. He had Rocky Point Fishing Station back in the day. That was in Rocky Point, built a lot of great custom rods, was a great angler, had a lot of great local knowledge. He's a staple in the community. Mike Caruso from the Fisherman got Stan out on his boat, conducted a little interview. Definitely check this one out. It's real interesting. All right, let's head over to the upcoming events around the island. Got some important ones coming up. Starting off, December 16th, I mentioned this one before, is the ASMFC Striped Bass Board meeting from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're interested, tune in on this one because it is going to definitely talk about what the striped bass regulations may be for 2025. January 19th, moving into the month of January, Striper Day comes back, located at the Ward Melville High School at 380 Old Town Row in Setauket. Then on January 22nd through the 26th is the New York Boat Show at the Jacob K. Javits Center. For more details on the events and more events from the Fisherman, visit thefisherman.com/events.
The season of gift giving is here. Why not share the gift of fishing that lasts all year long? A subscription to the Fisherman magazine is just that. 12 glossy print issues and 26 weekly digital issues delivered to your inbox. Plus, weekly reports and full access to the website, all for just $29.95. And you're automatically eligible for the Dream Boat Challenge with your chance to win a new Steigercraft powered by Yamaha. Visit thefisherman.com/subscribe for that ultimate gift.
From Sag Harbor, Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor, guys. Although it is now pushing into December, fishing is still continuing to go very strong, guys. The weather is obviously challenging. It's been actually quite cold recently, but there's still a ton of great bottom fishing, guys. So everything from black sea bass, cod, blackfish is still in play. I've even caught odd things such as bonito. There's still striped bass around. So definitely some opportunities to still get out there.
Thanks, Will and Matt. So reported this week also out of Sag Harbor. Guys, it's that time of year. We're approaching the end of striped bass season, but the bite's still going pretty strong. Both getting them on top if it's calm enough, if you can see them and the wind dies down, but predominantly on the bottom, whether that be live bait or jigs. And also hopefully that cod and sea bass bite continues, as Will said. And also we are hearing reports still of ghost bluefin, so they are around, although pretty spread out, but hopefully that continues, guys. Still time to get a line in the water, even if you want to go freshwater and get some trout or bass or something like that too. So always something to do here on the East End, and excited to keep it going. Back to you, Matt.
From Northport, the Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle Report.
Hey folks, it's Slim Pickens up here on the North Shore right now, with the exception of some squid around. You're looking for the herring to start to show up. Got some seals in the harbor. The most interesting thing that's happening is a lot of these stranded sea turtles that we're finding in the harbor. Dave Weber and my buddy Ken has been going around the harbor collecting and finding these turtles and bringing them to the rescue sanctuary out east. So I guess they can rehabilitate them and send them to the south. But it's a real example of just how much our local waters are changing when the season's on and it's warm. The water's particularly warm. Again, they're cold now, but we're talking about so many of different species we're starting to see. Triggerfish, we're seeing those jacks. We've seen a lot of the spot, which is those croakers, those sea turtles, dolphins, occasional whale. It's really an amazing transformation that we have in Long Island Sound. I'm really looking forward to that coming up. Also, you know, with the amazing fishery that we have here, it's just such a great place to come and fish. Right now, it's all about the wintertime. We're open, except we're closed on Mondays. There's so much service work goes on here, and the rod builds are nonstop. So many of these gold ODMs and rehabs, and just we do so many rod extensions and changing grips and guides. It's the place to go. Hey, just a quick little heads up too. You want to get your reels in here because we do a lot of reels. Phil stays very busy. We do so many charter boats, party boats, individual recreational anglers, surf, beach, doesn't matter, freshwater. Phil's really busy in the rod service department. So you want to get those reels in at $20 a reel plus any parts if they're even needed. That's a fantastic deal. And that's why we stay so busy. High quality and great pricing. Come on down. Make sure you drop your stuff off early. Don't come down in May and then expect it the next day, because we do volume work here. So we hope to see you there. And again, it's the best deal on Long Island and such high quality work. Come on down and talk to Phil. I hope to see you. And again, as always, I bid you peace and tight lines.
With the Fly and Freshwater Report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, we finally got the rain we need. Thank goodness. It's filling up our aquifers and filling up all the streams up north. So it's good. The fishing is still good. And today, boy, we're going to be hitting into the 60s today. It's crazy. It's crazy how this weather is flipping. But it's good for fishing. As far as the saltwater goes, well, there are a lot of fish out there. A lot of fish still in the western part of the island. A lot in the surf, and a lot just offshore. If you didn't put away your boat like I did, you can catch and get in on this action. Probably a couple more weeks. We'll see how the weather goes. As far as the trout scene goes, well, the Connecticut, of course, is doing well. And there was I met Grandpa Mike, who takes his granddaughter Zoe out, and she's only 5 years old, out to the Connecticut. She's going to be a real good fisherman. 4 hours, never wants to quit catching fish. She loves it. She loves it out there. And you know, it's just a great way of paying it forward and getting people out. And I want to thank everybody that came to our holiday party this past week, and for all the donations they made for people that could use them, like food, canned goods were donated, and so was warm hats and gloves and mittens. You know, for people that really do need them, and I appreciate my clients and my customers and my friends who came to visit and came and enjoyed the evening. We had a great time. So, you know, we're starting our fly tying classes. Start soon. Get in on the action, because winter's and the snow's going to fly soon. So, until next week, tie lines, everybody.
From Huntington, Captain Gaige.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here reporting to you from the studio because it's way too cold to be sitting on my boat. Episode number 11 of Bay Rats and Buoys will follow this fishing report in all the Facebook groups, so stay tuned in. If you guys would like a free Bay Rats and Buoys podcast sticker, head on over to sandcitycharter.com and fill out the form. We'll be happy to get one out to you. There is also a video version of Bay Rats and Buoys available at sandcitycharter.com on our YouTube channel, so check that out. Last week, you got to meet my first mate, Corey, in the fishing report and in the podcast, and we did tell you we were going to be hitting the Connecticut River, which is exactly what he did yesterday. He did the morning session and the afternoon session. He didn't get anything to any substantial size, but he had a ton of fun catching 24, 25 fish easily on dry flies. So whether he was throwing a parachute or a Chernobyl ant, it didn't matter. They were hitting everything dry. In fact, when he's netting this brook trout that did hit a parachute, you could see in the background that fish were blowing up on the top water. So it's pretty cool when that's happening, guys. Ton of fun. Get down to the river. We'll be down there all winter. If you want to come hang out and do some fishing, hopefully we'll see you there. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Stick around for episode 11 of Bay Rats and Buoys. Here we go. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, up in Rye, Nuno Decosta from Tyalurs Tackle.
Hey guys, Nuno here from Tyalurs. Thanks for having us. We are in the middle of December now. For the most part, most of our reports have dried up. A lot of our heavy hitters, the boats are out of the water. While there may be some lingering striped bass and blackfish around, we don't really have anyone targeting locally here and stuff. But there are fish in the Housatonic, the Hudson, the Passaic. There are definitely a lot of holdover striped bass there. Some guys have done really well on days. Some guys have struggled a little bit in the beginning, try to get dialed in. Soft plastics are the key this time of year. We still have some bait. Our holiday hours now are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. We are open throughout the winter, so we will be here. A lot of new products coming in. A lot of products like here, like Smitty's Custom Color on a new tuna fighting belt that's made here in the USA. So we will be open every day right now for the next few weeks from 10 a.m. to 7, and then we'll modify the hours in January, guys. Come check us out. The website is going, tyalurs.com. Happy holidays to all.
Rob Greco of the Long Island Outdoorsman checks in from Rockville Center.
Hello, Fisherman readers. This is Robert from Long Island Outdoorsman giving you this week's fishing report. It's been a great fall. Things are winding down. Boats are starting to get hauled out of the water, but if you're lucky enough to still have your boat in the water and willing to put up with some cold, the fishing's been pretty hot between Jones and East Rockaway Inlet with the striped bass. Blackfish is still going good as well as sea bass. As everybody's boats get hauled out of the water, we do get to look forward to codfish season. You know, most guys are going to go on a party boat for that. And I've been hearing some whisperings of cod, but mostly it's been blackfish and sea bass, you know, on the wrecks and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, if you guys were lucky enough to participate in this fall run, it's been pretty great. This time of the year, I'm hearing mostly slot fish or just over slot fish. Looks like a lot of those really, really big fish kind of moved out. So it's, you know, it changed a little bit. But it's been great, and it's still good. So we got till December 15th to catch our striped bass. And yeah, well, happy holidays to everybody, and back to you.
Raul Ortiz has a report from around the city.
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the Urban Angler, with my report for the week. Fishing continues to be good all around the city and western part of the Long Island Sound and some of the South Shore beaches of Long Island. On the South Shore beaches of Long Island, if you put in some time, you'll definitely run into some schoolies and slot-sized fish, but you definitely have to put in that time. On the North Shore, anywhere from like the mid Long Island Sound down to the city, any borough you want to hit, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, or the Bronx, there's fish there, guys. Plenty of fish, anything from schoolie size to around 30 pounds being caught. They're being caught by lures or by bait. Bait of choice right now is bloodworms or calamari, guys. Those that have been the ticket. Anything else, I don't know if it's going to work. With the lures, you got SP Minnows producing, Joe Bags Waters, Super Strike bottle plugs, a variety of plastics that are working as well. You know, there's a lot of action in the city. and the squid have actually made their way in not too long ago. So I'm sure this bite is going to run into the new year. I'm hoping on the next moon phase that we get a nice run of some bigger fish, hopefully. But, you know, if you can tolerate the cold, guys, the fish are there. Anywhere you go, there's something around, guys. You know, it might be small, it might be big, who knows, but you're never going to know unless you go. Besides that, that's all I got. I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Joe. He's on Instagram, Nothing Ever Changing. And my buddy Justin, he's on Instagram as well as Bay Ridge Angler. You know, check them out, guys. You know, we're the type of fishermen that fish throughout the year. So if you want to, you know, follow us, you can give us a follow on Instagram. And you already know me as the Urban Angler. And that's about it, guys. Anyway, I want to wish you all happy holidays and tight lines.
The Fisherman magazine does have their apparel store open now. We got hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, and it's all online with free shipping over $100. Perfect gift for yourself or that angler that you know around the holiday season. Visit thefisherman.com/shop or click on the card. Hey, if anybody out there wants to escape the cold this winter, our video producer, Tim C. Smith, has a condo on Pine Island in Southwest Florida, now available for the season. It's a waterfront property with a pool and a boat slip for $3,000 per month. To get all the details, visit snooksnook.com. Well, there you have it, folks. It's been a busy week. A little bit of fishing, but a lot of regulatory stuff going on regarding striped bass. Since the 5th meeting, the 10th meeting, the comment period, and the meeting coming up on the 16th, a lot has transpired and a lot is going to take place very soon. Stay in the loop. Be a part of our e-news forecast to be up to date with everything going on. That includes fishing reports over the winter, events, and regulatory updates that you do not want to miss regarding species like our beloved striped bass. We will see you next week with more news on that.